Champions episode, guys. Get ready to see who Frankie and Johnny are planting their flags in this year. Let's go.
All right. Welcome to the show. This is the Frankly Fantasy Football Podcast. We are your hosts, Frankie and Johnny. Champions Day, baby. Champions episode. Guys, this is the episode we choose our champions. This was hard this year, man. It was really difficult, yeah. But this is the episode we're each going to choose a guy from every position, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, that we love this year. This is my guy. These are my guys. These are Frankie's guys. That's what we're doing, man. All right, you ready? Hey, Frankie, we got football this week, man.
We got football. We're here.
What do we have?
We made it.
We have one sleep until football. One sleep?
One sleep.
And we got a game Thursday. We got a game Friday in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We got games on Sunday. We got a Monday night. Let's go, baby. I can't wait, man. We are back, baby. How'd your drafts go so far this week?
So I'll be honest. I've had 4 total drafts. I love 3 of them. And man, did I shit the bed on one. I just feel like I shit the bed on one. And it's a 14-team keeper league that, I'll be honest, it was tough, man. When you have guys
really
that are
tough. Psychotic,
man. When you have guys that are taking 10 receivers and 8 in a row that are right in front of you and right behind you, it totally dismantles any strategy that you had. So we're going to tell you what, some work to do.
That draft was a masterclass in drafting. I mean, we had some heavy hitters in that league that just did some really cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had the 2 McMillan, Matt McMillan, who's been on our podcast with mock drafts. What did he draft? 10 receivers in a row or something crazy.
With a keeper of Chase Brown in the 8th.
So good. God, that keeper was so good. And it allowed him to just go ham on receivers, man. I'll tell you, it was crazy. I made a blockbuster pre-draft trade. How about that?
You did? Yeah. What did you do, John? Tell people.
My keeper was first round Jamar Chase. I had to keep the one-on-one, guys. I don't like keeping a first round guy and losing that pick. It's the one-on-one. I ended up being picked 4, it was 4. So it worked out. I got a little value in Jamar Chase. But what I did is then I traded my second and my 4th pick to get the 101 as well. So I took Bijan Robinson. So I've got Jamar Chase and Bijan Robinson. Came back, got Trey McBride. So in my book, I have the best receiver, best running back, and best tight end from my own rankings. That's how I wanted to start that draft. Of course, I gave up some depth with that, second round or 4th round pick being traded out. But man, I went top heavy, and I want to see what happens there.
It was a great trade, man. And the person you traded with, Tyler, man, Tyler Bischoff, shout out, brother. He ended up having great depth. So for the viewers and listeners, this is a 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 5 flexes, half PPR. No tight ends have a premium, slight premium they are a full PPR and a 0.25 per first down catch as well. Yeah. So you get an additional 0.25 points and no kicker, no defense. It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast. Yeah. Just great draft by everybody. All the drafts I've been in 3 or 4 drafts already before the season starts here. And they were all fantastic. I mean, these guys are just great. So shout out to all our leagues of the Frankly Fantasy Leagues. Everybody just completely solid. Drafted great teams. Everybody pays on time, too. Hey.
How about that?
How about that? All right. I got 38 guys that have paid before the week 1 starts. That's got to be a record in my 20-some years of doing fantasy football. Yeah. Guys, we got a good one today, all right? We're getting the champions out to you, but first, we got to get some news, baby.
News and notes.
All right, let's get the coins out. We got another guy paid here, Frankie. I love getting these coin sounds out. Steelers named Jaylen Warren, running back, the starter for week 1. Now, we know he's got Caleb Johnson there with him. They're rolling out Jaylen Warren. They trust him the most. They got a new quarterback with Aaron Rodgers. Jaylen Warren's much better pass protector. This all makes total sense. They signed him for a 2-year extension, $17.5 million in the extension, Frank. He got paid, baby.
Got paid. Love to see it, man.
Yeah, I mean, does this make you feel a lot better? I know you and I both ended up drafting Jaylen Warren in a few leagues, actually. Does this make you feel better about that pick now?
Yes, 100%, guys. And even if Caleb Johnson, yes, he's ranked third on the depth chart as of now, behind that of Jaylen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell. Guys, eventually Caleb Johnson is going to take some of that workload. I just don't see him not doing that. And even if he does, it's still Jaylen Warren in the passing attack as well. So, yeah, I think he is a super high floor RB2.
They're doing this as well with Trevion Henderson. He's listed as the 3. Caleb Johnson's listed as the 3. I think this is just your rookie dues. Isn't that what you think, Frankie? If they're going to work these guys in, they're going to be a big part of these offenses. No question about it. Too much high draft capital for there not to be. All right, congratulations, Jaylen Warren. Look forward to throwing you out there in week 1. Okay, we got a couple of bad things happened here, Frankie. Isaiah Likely, he's going to miss week 1. No question about it. So if you've got Mark Andrews, especially with the Mark Andrews-Lamar stack, early on, it's going to pay off. But Isaiah Likely will come back, so I would worry about Mark Andrews once he's back, especially the touchdown. That 12 touchdowns he had last year is not going to be sustainable with Likely on the field. Another one, Jalen Coker, wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, placed on IR with a serious quad strain. We're going to talk about this this receiver room here a little bit later, Frankie. Teaser. Bills signed Babe Davis to the practice squad. Yeah, he's back. Signed to the practice squad. He's going to be running cardio out there, right? I mean, he's not going to have really any fantasy value for you, is he, Frank?
At least not initially, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Najee Harris. Interesting. Najee Harris ramping up to play is his quote on Friday in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Now, the coach says possibility he's going to play in quotes. How does that make you feel? What are you getting out of that, Frank? Does that mean Najee's going to play?
Oh, it makes me feel really good about Amari and Hampton.
Let me tell you that much. Yes, yeah. I got some shares of him this week for sure.
Yeah, buddy. Johnny and I are on that Amari and Hampton train, baby. And so, it makes me feel better about that. But I do think Najee Harris is definitely going to get a piece of the pie, at least starting probably week 2, week 3, is what I think.
Agree. I do think his week 1 prospects look pretty rough, though.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to will him on the field. I just don't know that he's ready yet at the moment. All right, let's get to some news here and find out some of these guys that have been banged up. Devon Achane returned to practice on Monday. Should be good to go, barring any setbacks for week 1. That's huge. I'm hearing positive things. I'm not that concerned with Devon Achane going into week 1 at the moment. Tyreek Hill will stay in Miami. Oblique issue. He's on track to play week 1. Everything looks good there. Fire up the freak, man.
Fire him up.
I know you put your money where your mouth is. I made fun of you for drafting him so much. Frank, you did it in real life. Everyone, you got a value. You got
2
a deal.
leagues.
Yeah, and he went a little later than expected. I think people were scared, and you were not, man. I love it. Quentin Johnston, wide receiver for the Los Angeles Chargers, cleared concussion protocol, so he should be good to go going into the season here. Matthew Stafford, expected to play Sunday. Now, that's all I'm getting, is expected to play Sunday. Guys, I'm cautious. I stayed away from the receivers, Frank. I don't know if you did as well. I was just nervous about that. If something happens and it's Jimmy G, it just really drops the ceiling of these guys and the floor as well, So I stayed away from the receivers for the Rams. But at the moment, it's looking like Stafford is healthy, and it looks like he should be out there on Sunday. Juwan Jennings, seeking a new contract, wide receiver for the 49ers, returned to practice on Monday. Do you have any update, Frankie? I have no word whatsoever on what's going on with the contract, or will he sit? Is he going to play? Have you heard anything else? Because I'm not getting anything else other than that.
Nothing, man. But I'll tell you what, if they can figure this out, he's going to walk into a very good situation, John. I mean, we could see some really good value for people that have already drafted, that have, maybe taken Juwan Jennings in the 12th or 11th round. That could be sweet.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's an opportunity for the guy. There are targets to go around.
Totally.
If he can get in that starting lineup, he's going to get a lot of those. Absolutely. Good news out of New England here. Stephon Diggs expected to play week 1. Frankie, you and I both put our money where our mouth is there. We both have shares of Stephon Diggs as well. Absolutely. Jackson Dart, how about this kid, man? Did he look great in preseason or what?
Awesome.
Jackson Dart for the New York Football Giants. He's listed as the QB2 on the unofficial depth chart. So really interesting, man. I think there's a much higher likelihood he does end up on the field this year as a starter. Might take a while, might be after the bye, but I can see that happening. T. Higgins out to Cincinnati. T. Higgins is expected to play this week despite a recent hamstring injury, so no worries there. Spencer Rattler named Saints QB1. I would say a few worries there, huh, Frank?
Just a tad, just a few.
Guys, I stayed away from the New Orleans offense. I just did. I just did. Alvin Kamara came to me at one point, and I just passed on it. I just don't know what to expect here. We've got Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shugg, and yeah, I just kind of stayed away, guys. I don't know what else to tell you on that one. A.J. Brown, wide receiver for the Eagles, hamstring, returned to practice. He's full go. Good to go there.
Great news.
Oh, yeah. Now, guys, there's some guys here that we're watching for week one. There's not really a lot of status on them, but these are guys you're going to have to pay attention to because they've got some injuries and they may not be out there. And a lot of these guys were high draft picks. Jordan Love, quarterback for the Packers. He had thumb surgery on his non-throwing hand. He's had limited practice all week, but everything I'm reading everywhere in the organization is very optimistic he's going to be ready for week one. Pay attention to him. Just make sure nothing last minute happens here, guys. His receiver, Jaden Reed, his number one last year, foot sprain with limited practice. They're really cautious about week one, is everything I'm hearing. I don't think he's going to play week one here, guys. This is a guy you drafted and you got a great value on him probably. Probably going to be out for a couple of weeks, but when he gets back, huge opportunity to be Jordan Love's number one receiver here. Yeah. Another guy, Josh Downs, wide receiver out of Indianapolis, hamstring he's been dealing with, trending towards a return. Those aren't words I like a few days before the game. Trending towards return. Okay, I would look at some other options. You didn't draft Josh Downs to throw him out there in week one, likely. So I would look at some other options. He maybe have a slow start here, guys. He's a speed guy with a hamstring. I just don't like that. Last bit of news here, JJ, Justin Jefferson, save you the best for last year. Hamstring strain he's kind of been dealing with all camp here and all preseason. He is targeting week one. Things do look positive. I don't expect, and I don't think anybody expects JJ to miss, but my God, pay attention to that. Look at it in your lineups on Sunday, guys, before anything happens, man. All right. All right, that is the news for the day, baby.
Johnny, and you know what's interesting? When we're wrapping up the news, one of the things is, and guys, I want to be crystal clear when I say this. What if you had the ability to when managing your team, it was smarter, easier, faster than ever before? I'll tell you what, a lot of the prep that Johnny and I do is actually, and I'm going to show you guys, it's actually from Rotobot.ai. So if you look here, look at how simple it is, guys. When you look at the ability to ask a ChatGPT type of interface, don't get freaked out when leveraging AI or, it's like, man, I don't know how to do that. We're past that point. You do know how to do it. All it is just asking a question. Like, which fantasy players are in danger of missing the week one due to injury? Well, guess what? It immediately will output a laundry list of these guys. And should you have them, now you know they're on the radar. And so what's also really cool is, this gives you the ability a little bit to handle your trash talk. You handle the trash talk and let Rotobot.ai handle your lineup for you. So guys, I know we talk about this often, but I really want to tell you that if you're interested in really having a plug and play platform that where you can download it on your phone, it's so easy. Ask it questions, ask it start and sit lineup questions, and really evaluate your particular team. Why not do it for free? Put in CHAMP, promo code CHAMP, and download the app, Rotobot.ai. And guys, you get it for no cost trial. It's worth trying. Plug it in for week 2, week 1. And hey, don't take our word for it. You try it yourself. So John, I wanted to let the viewers and listeners know that this is a hell of a software, especially when looking at injuries, starts and sits, so on and so forth.
It's so cool. It's ChatGPT for fantasy football, man. I mean, it's such a cool software. Frankie and I do use it every day. I do check it when I do the news segment. That's why we wanted to talk about it right now. So guys, use the promo code CHAMP. It's rotobot.ai. Fantastic. Use it, baby. All right, Frankie, let's get to our champions. Who will be our champions this year? Frankie, I want to know. Now, this has nothing. These are guys we love. This is not based off value. It's not based off we think they're going to be the number one, running back or quarterback at the end of the season. These are guys we love and we're rooting for all year long, and we think they are going to be studs, okay? Studs. So, Frankie, let's start with quarterbacks. Why don't you lay out for us who your champion quarterback is, baby? Let's go.
He reigns from the South. Let me tell you a little bit, Johnny. He is from the Dallas Cowboys, and he may be coming off an injury and ready to tear the league apart. I'm talking about Dak Prescott. Guys, listen, Micah is gone. Micah Parsons is gone. Do you know what that means? When he was off the field, their defensive efficiency tanked. Guys, I'm talking 31st in the NFL, which means that they're going to need to keep up on the offensive end. That means Dak's going to need to throw the ball to CD and his new guy, George Pickens, and his other guy, Jake Ferguson, a.k.a. Turd Ferguson, who just got paid a turd load of money. And so for me, man, what's fascinating, again, guys, talking about Rotobot.ai, Rotobot and others projects Dak Prescott to have over 4,100 passing yards, which, by the way, where does that rank? That ranks as QB8. QB8. And they're also being projected being projected for 24 touchdowns. Now, again, when you think of his improved weapons, when you think of the depletion from the defensive perspective, and the other key facet here is when they're ingrained within that play action scheme from Schottenheimer, guys, this has historically boosted Dak's passing effectiveness. So with all of that taken under consideration, man, and knowing where you can draft Dak Prescott, shit, he might be even on your waiver wire. Pick his ass up, hold on to him for a second if you're in a deep bench league, and we're planting our flag with a big ass star in there for Dak Prescott at quarterback, baby.
When I saw you put that in our show, Doc, I about shit myself. I really did. But you're so right. I mean, we talked about this in our Cheap Stacks episode. That if you've got CeeDee Lamb, it's shameful for you not to wait until around 10, 12, whatever it was, to grab Dak. You get him at the end of your draft and you can just load up on talent, man. But yeah, take away the draft completely now. Looking at the season, I love Dak Prescott this year. They're going to be the NFC version of the Bengals. Totally. Shit defense, good offensive line, and going to be throwing the ball entirely. I mean,
no running backs.
And no running backs. They have no running backs on this team. It's crazy. The fact they haven't made a move for somebody with some of the capital they gained from Micah Parsons is shocking to me.
I'm still waiting for Breece Hall. A Breece Hall update. I just feel it in my bones. I just feel something's there. Something might happen mid-season.
Something will happen mid-season. If they can win some games and they're competing, I could see them making a move mid-season. No question about it. Yeah, I just don't see how this is going to work out for them. But Dak, he's going to be throwing the ball, man.
Dak attack,
all
baby.
over the yard. Dak attack, indeed. I love it, man. Football is back, baby. Football's here. It's here now. An Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing Underdog is super easy. Just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and so much more.
All right, John, this week on Underdog, I'll tell you what, I want to break down one particular game, and it is the Carolina Panthers with that of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And let me tell you, Chuba Hubbard, I got a little circle around this guy. And the reason being is because his rushing yards is higher or lower than that of 61.5. And I'll tell you what, we're going to smack that for the higher, Johnny. And we're going to pair that with a game real close to home here. And let me tell you, it is the Cleveland Browns bringing in that of the Cincinnati Bengals. And there is a receiver that's real interesting here, guys. And that is Jerry Jeudy. He's projected 55.5 receiving yards. And I'll tell you what we're going to do between higher and lower. We're going to go higher. So pairing those two together, it's going to be Chuba Hubbard higher than 61.5 rushing yards and Jerry Jeudy higher than that of 55.5 receiving yards.
Download the app today and sign up with promo code FRANKLY to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code FRANKLY. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms, _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7-HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. All right, let's get to my quarterback champion here. This is a guy I have not been able to stop talking about all offseason. I was in love with him last year. I saw his rise. I wanted a piece of it. This year, guys, I'm talking about Bo Nix. Second year, coming into his second year. Frankie's excited because Frankie just drafted the Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton stack last night. That's why he's happy. Yeah. But Bo Nix, man, I love it, you guys. He's projected, he's going as the quarterback 7, but his stats put him at like QB 10. What they're projecting, 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, over 400 yards rushing. That all puts him at like QB 10, but he's going as QB 7. Everybody else sees this upside too, guys. That's the point. 72% completion rate and 7.8 yards per attempt in the preseason. I know it's the preseason, but guys, what we're looking for is to see how he looks, how he's handling things. He's obviously getting comfortable in Sean Payton's system here. Major improvement in efficiency and a huge command of the offense is what we're seeing now. I mean, this is his team. Sean Payton has whispered into this guy's ear, and he has turned him into a top 10 NFL quarterback. He's got upside with his efficiency going into the second year, the upside with Cortland Sutton as receiver, Marvin Mims, who's a burner, Evan Ingram at tight end, which is definitely an improvement from what they had last year. Bruising rushing attack with J.K. Dobbins and a young pass catcher out of the backfield with R.J. Harvey. Oh, I love that one, man. It's got massive upside to go along with his rushing floor, guys. He had over 400 yards rushing, projected to be, again, well over 400 yards rushing. You've got to love that. The Broncos' offensive line, by the way. This is the difference, because people are like, I just don't see the difference between him and Kyler Murray. This is the difference, guys. Let me tell you right now, they are very similar players. No question about it. This is the difference. The Broncos' offensive line in 2024 last year, first in sacks allowed, second in sack percentage allowed. This elite pass protection and elite defense. Don't forget, they've got a top 5 defense.
Reigning Patrick Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year. So you combine an offensive line that is that good, top 5 offensive line with a top 5 defense, and you've got a quarterback with this kind of upside in his second year in a Sean Payton system. Dude, I'm all over Bo Nix. Give him to me now. I can totally see him being a top 5 quarterback this year and seeing him being drafted after the likes of Burrow, Allen, Lamar. I think the next pick will be Bo Nix next year, guys. I really, really do. That's where I'm going. Done. Bo Nix, I'm not even going to ask you. You are my goddamn champion, baby. All right, Frankie, let's get to running backs, baby. What are you looking at for your champion running back?
Oh, this guy is just a workhorse, an absolute brute. Came from red and white and is now wearing blue and white. And I'm talking Wisconsin to the Colts, baby. My champion for running back is none other than JT Jonathan Taylor himself. And I'll tell you why. He is one of the most undervalued, underrated players that you can get, dare I say, in the second or third round, which is crazy to even say third round. I'm going to get killed for it. But guess what, boys? It happened. In one of our leagues, it happened. And so for me, I love Jonathan Taylor because his projection right now, which is insane to even say, 340 touches, 340 touches,
Jesus.
1,400 rushing yards. And here is the key. His insane usage. Right now, he's commanding a 69% rushing share. Guys, that is elite, is all elite can get. And then in addition, when you look at his efficiency at 4.6 yards a carry and with a 93.2% catch rate, I mean, sure, he's not, a Devon Achane out of the backfield. I get that. But you're telling me that if he needs to get the rock out of the backfield, over 9 times out of 10, he's going to catch that ball? Child, I love that. So not only is he going to be the workhorse on a pretty bad team from a quarterback perspective, right, guys? I mean, that's just what it is at this point in time with Danny Dimes and Anthony Richardson. The key, though, is Anthony Richardson is backup. Danny Dimes is starter. Anthony Richardson on the goal line was hawking some of the stuff last year. This year, if Danny Dimes performs to be even remotely competent, Jonathan Taylor, those are up for the taking. So I ask you, Jonathan Taylor, will you be my champion this year?
All right, let's get to my running back champion here. My guy's wearing the green and gold, Frankie. He's up in the frozen tundra. It gets cold in the winters there, man. And you know what happens when it gets cold? You give the rock to this guy and you let him just shatter all the frozen players on the defense, man. He just breaks right. It's got to hurt so bad to try to tackle this guy in December. It's got to be terrible. I'm talking in Lambeau Field. I'm talking about Josh Jacobs, guys. He is one of the very few tried and true workhorse running backs. These guys are a dying breed, man. There's only a handful of them out there in the entire league. I absolutely love him. Last year, he finished as running back 5, guys. He finished as running back 5. Think about that. Over 1,300 yards, 16 total touchdowns. Yeah. This was him going to a new team. He's on the same team this year, guys. He is an elite running back. This year is projected to have, once again, over 300 carries, over 40 receptions. It really shows his workhorse role. Guys, there's no competition behind him. None. Marshawn Lloyd was the only back worth a shit behind him, and that's giving Marshawn Lloyd a lot of credit here as well. He's on IR. He's gone. So there's nobody behind him, man. This is really going to be a guy. His share, rushing share, it's like 65%. I mean, he ranks like 5th in total touches overall, like over the past 5 years. This guy is absolutely insane. He's the centerpiece of this Green Bay offense. And little fun fact, he's involved in the passing game here too, guys. In PPR last year, he was running back 6. So don't shake off those 40, 50 receptions to go along with his 300-plus carries and double-digit touchdowns, guys. Josh Jacobs, you are my goddamn champion. Will you be my champion? Please.
Please. Well, John, I'm gonna take us a little bit around town to receiver realm here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring us down to the good old South once more, except we're gonna be in ATL. We're gonna pop over from Texas and we're gonna head over to ATL, Atlanta Falcons. And boy, oh boy, there is a gentleman there that is standing 6'5", absolute superstar on the outside. And boy, he is a young buck ready to tear up the NFL this year. It is none other than Drake motherfucking London. Guys, he is projected as an absolute target monster this year. And this is stemming on the last few games that he played with Michael Penix. And I want you all to do a little bit of homework for me. I'm not going to say it. I want you to look it up. Look at what he did with Penix. Look at the last few games. And then I'm going to tell you what his projection is. You got it? Love it. His projection is 165 total targets this year, which ranks top 5 among all receivers. And then his projected receptions, guys, is 107, which would put him at receiver 8. Now, here's what's even crazier. In his Zach Robinson style of offense, right? Oh, pause. You didn't hear me say, Arthur Smith? Hell no, that dude is out of town. We got Zach Robinson in here in a pass-heavy offense with an absolute superstar to be, in my personal opinion, with Michael Penix Jr., based on what he did at Washington and based on what he did when he got the opportunity. Damn it, man, he could be very similar to that of a Bo Nix, Drake May kind of guy and really develop within this offense, especially in a pass-heavy type of offense. And here's what's interesting. Drake London is projected to have 28% target share in this offense. Guys, that is through the roof incredible. That means more times. So one in every four throws is going to go to Drake London. Actually, a little bit more than that. So with all of that being said, I'm projecting that these projections are going to come true. I am taking the Michael Penix and that of Drake London at heart. I might even get a tattoo on my chest, Johnny boy. And I'm going to ask you, Drake London, will you be my champion?
Dude, that target share, I mean, that's like JJ Malik numbers type, numbers for target share. I mean, yeah. I think a lot of people sleep on Drake London, and shame on us, we didn't talk about him a whole lot either, but I don't hear a lot about Drake London. So good. Good for you making him your champion. I love that, man. All right, let's get to my wide receiver champion here. This is a rookie, Frankie. Got to get some rookies in here, baby. Yeah, I love this rookie class this year, you guys. I'm just in love with all these guys. My wide receiver champion is going to be Tetaroa McMillan. Some of you call him Tet. Don't do that. His mom hates that shit. Some of you call him T-Mac. That's better. I kind of like that. Yeah, but that, I don't know. We got to come up with a better nickname for the guy. I can't think. I'll find something. But Tetaroa McMillan, wide receiver for
Panther.
The white
The Hawaiian Panther.
Oh, the Hawaiian Panther. Okay, there, I like that. With the Carolina Panthers here, he's projected. Now, there's not a lot to talk about, with previous, because it was college here, guys. We haven't seen this guy play a snap in the NFL, but I can't wait to do that this week. He's projected to be, wide receiver 20-25 range. Receptions, 83. Receiving yards over 1,100, about 7 touchdowns. That's what he's projected to be. You know who did that last year, guys? Mike Evans. Mike Evans did that last year. Mike Evans had more touchdowns, but touchdowns are really difficult to predict, and it's not a sticky stat, but those are Mike Evans' numbers. Mike Evans was actually less receptions, less yardage. So you're telling me that this guy's going to rank in the 20s? I don't think so, guys. I think we slept on Tet McMillan a little bit too much. Expected target share, the way things have been rolling, 23%. We just talked about this, Frankie, with Drake London. Tet McMillan's target share is astronomical, guys. The guys behind him, Xavier Legette and Hunter Renfrow. Naked mole rat, yeah. Now, are you concerned if the naked mole rat's breathing down your neck for, snaps? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. Teteroa McMillan will be on the field, Matt, but he's going to have such a solid role here. His preseason route participation was 78%. I mean, he's focused on intermediate and deep routes. So, this guy, he's a vertical threat. He's going to score touchdowns, guys. He's got 10-plus double-digit touchdowns written all over him. Now, I'm going to show you 2 guys from last year, Frankie, that basically had the exact same stats that they're projecting for Teteroa McMillan. You know who those 2 guys are? Terry McLaurin. He was 83 for 1,113 touchdowns. And A.J. Brown, who was only 67 for 1,107 touchdowns. So, Teteroa McMillan is projected to be higher than what both of those guys did last year. Why is he not getting that respect and being drafted in the same line, guys? I'm telling you, Teteroa McMillan will outperform Terry McLaurin and A.J. Brown this year. Teteroa, T-Mac, my man, will you be my champion? Let's go.
Johnny boy, that was spicy. That was spicy pick to have Teteroa McMillan be better, or coming to this year's draft will be drafted over that of A.J. Brown and that of Scary Terry. So very interesting. I love it.
Call him my shot, baby.
Calling your shot and keep calling them, because guess what? We're going to take a little trip to tight end world. And I know we've both been really excited about this. And let me tell you, John, I was ready to run through a brick wall when you were talking about Bo Nix. And it made me so excited that I needed a piece, and I want a piece of that pie. And when we look at some of the guys from a tight end perspective, of course you got your Trey McBrides and your Brock Bowers and Sam Laportas and Travis Kelce. Guess what? I want somebody who's being slept on. I want somebody who's going to step into a Sean Payton offense and immediately assume that joker role, which we saw be dominant in red zone play. Guys, I'm talking about Evan Ingram. Currently, Evan Ingram is being projected, right, potentially to have 94 targets to a tight end. Holy hell yes, because what that equates to, guys, is tight end 5. That would be tight end 5. Now listen, this guy also has high reception floor. When you're drafting or looking to start a tight end, that's what I look for. Sure, if I had a team that was all built high floor, maybe I want a high ceiling play. Fine, fair. But for me, looking at this man, to have a high reception floor of a projection of 64 receptions, guys, that's tight end 4. That's tight end 4. And listen, man, I get it. Yes, there's Cortland Sutton. Yes, there's Marvin Mims. Yes, there's RJ Harvey. But Bo Nix has not played with a tight end of this caliber. And Sean Payton hasn't had a tight end of this caliber. Dare I say, back in his day since Jimmy motherfucking Graham. So, guys, I'm taking Evan Ingram and running with the Graham brothers, and I am asking him, Evan, will you be my champion?
All right. I'm in tight end world here as well. And you know what, Frankie? I told you I'm obsessed with rookies, man. I'm obsessed with these rookies. And I think I found this year's Brock Bowers and last year's Sam Laporta. You know where he is? You know what city this guy's in?
Talk to me.
He's about an hour and a half south of where I live, Frank. He's in Indianapolis. I'm talking about Tyler motherfucking Warren, man. I love this guy. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with this guy on the field. They're projecting him right now just shy of 100 targets. Yes, Yes, give me a goddamn tight end that's going to get close to 100 targets. That's beautiful. 19% target share. Whoa. He's a tight end, Frank. This is not a receiver. This is a tight end. Listen, man, you watch the preseason games, watch what they're doing, look into camp. It is all. Now that we've got Danny Dimes as the quarterback, I feel so much better about Tyler Warren. He's going to throw the ball down the field. Now you look at it and you say, all right, he's a tight end. John, he's just going to get the little quick guys, the little, no. You watch what his routes are. It's intermediate and deep routes as well. So they're using this guy all over the field, running down the seam, running nines. He can do really everything. They're projecting him about 65 catches, 690 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns. That's a projection. I think it's going to be much, much higher than that. But even if it's not higher than that, you know who did that last year, Frankie? You know who this is similar to? George Kittle. George Kittle's last year's numbers. Very similar to what they're projecting Tyler Warren to be. I think Tyler Warren's going to be much better than that. He's young. He has 0 injury concerns whatsoever. Huge target share. It's all Warren and it's all Pittman. That's what I saw Danny Dimes doing. I was paying attention to this because I want Warren, and I was looking for reasons why I don't want him. I couldn't find any, Frank. I couldn't find any. Touchdowns? Yeah, I'm not saying anything more really than 5 touchdowns. I think that'd be good. I don't know if he's going to be a huge touchdown guy. But think more Trey McBride. Think more targets, more yards, maybe a little less touchdowns. But hey, Trey McBride was drafted as a second tight end this year. So I'll take those odds all day long. Guys, I love Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, will you be my champion? All right, Frank, that was our champions rolling into the 2025 season, guys. Do we need to keep updates with everybody, Frank, and let them know how we do with the champions? Maybe we'll check in quarterly and do a quarterly champion check, just to see. Yeah. If you don't hear from us, it's probably because our champions sucked and we lied and we were wrong and we're sorry. But
yeah, I think every 4 weeks would be fun. A little champion check-in. Why not?
Yeah, it sounds good. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We had such a blast. We love the champions. Games Thursday, game Friday. Games on Sunday, so make sure you wake up Sunday morning, you're checking out Rotobot, you're going into Underdog, you're making your picks. Let's go, baby. We got this. Frankie, what does the season look like for us? This is our last episode for Draft Prep. Crazy. This is us coming into the season. What are we going to be doing as the season goes on? What should people tune in for to see us?
Guys, so listen, every week from after this week, we're going to start this next week. So it'll be leading into week 2. We're going to give you who are the top few waiver wire pickups. So that's going to be coming from Frankie. And then we're also going to continue the Fridays with Frankie. We're going to dive in there, making sure you are prepped and ready for your weekend games. And in between then, guys, you're going to see a few things, a few clips that is going to be all Rotobot.ai related, right? I want to show you the functionality and show you a lot of the insights that it's pulling, because let me tell you, it's certainly made a difference in my drafts. And we are in this all day, every day, man. And just to even give you that little bit of edge has been fantastic. So I'm really excited to see how it's pulling out these waiver wires, man. And then, of course, John, we're going to be doing a pick a week. And so what that means, guys, is we're going to be partnering with Underdog. Super excited to say this. And every week, we're going to give you guys a pickup. So whether a player is going to be higher or lower, and we're going to give you that insight. So tune in. This year, we're starting something a little bit different and making a lot more fun.
That's right. And if you want in on all that fun, guys, a lot of what Frankie's talking about, his waiver wire pickups, the Fridays with Frankie, the top 5 things you need to know before the weekend going into your lineups here, it's all on TikTok and Instagram, guys. So go to TikTok and Instagram. It's Frankly Fantasy Football. Join the community. It's a lot of fun, man. We talk a lot of shit on that channel, man. It's so much fun. And obviously on YouTube as well, Frankly Fantasy Football. Frankie, any parting words, my brother?
Nothing except for may the fantasy. I couldn't do it.
You son of a... I'm keeping this in. May the fantasy gods smile upon you. Bye.